Maya, have you ever thought about just leaving everything behind and traveling for a year?
Oh, absolutely. That's basically the plot of half the books I read. But in reality, I don't know if I'd have the courage.
Same. But sometimes I think life would be so much simpler, just hopping from one place to another. Imagine the stories you'd collect.
Exactly. I'd probably fill 100 journals with experiences just from observing the people and places along the way. Where would you go first?
Probably somewhere with lots of history, like Rome or Athens. There's something fascinating about places that have seen so much.
Oh, that's perfect for a photographer. Ancient ruins, cobblestone streets. I can already picture the shots you'd get.
And what about you? Where's your dream destination?
Honestly, somewhere quiet and green, maybe a small town in Scotland or Ireland. I think I'd find endless inspiration there.
I can definitely see that. I bet you'd come back with a whole novel's worth of ideas.
Maybe. Speaking of which, what got you into photography? I mean, it's not every day you meet someone who's as obsessed with it as you are.
I think it started with just trying to capture moments. I like the idea that a single photo can tell an entire story. Plus, it's a great way to remember the little things we often overlook.
I love that. In a way, photography and writing aren't that different. We're both just trying to capture life in our own ways.
Exactly. I never thought about it like that. But yeah, it's all about freezing a moment, just with different tools.
So, do you think you'll stick with photography as a career? Or is it more of a passion project for now?
Honestly, I'm not sure yet. Part of me wants to go full time, but another part worries that turning it into a job might make it less fun. How about you? Any plans to publish your stories?
I'd love to someday, but the idea of sharing my work is terrifying. It's like putting a piece of myself out there for everyone to see and judge.
I get that. Art is personal, but I think you'd be surprised how many people would connect with your writing.
Thanks, Brian. Maybe I'll start with a blog or something small, just to test the waters.
That's a good idea. I'd definitely read it. Hey, Maya, speaking of things that inspire us, have you ever tried drawing or sketching?
A little, but I'm terrible. My imagination is too quick for my hands to keep up. I stick to words.
I get it. I tried writing once, but I couldn't organize my thoughts. It's why I like the immediacy of a camera. You just capture what's there.
That's true, but I feel like I'm so much more in the moment when I write. It's like the whole world fades, and it's just me and my thoughts.
That's pretty amazing. Sometimes I wish I could slow down and appreciate things like that. I tend to rush through moments.
Maybe that's something we can help each other with. You slow down for the story. I try to capture things a little faster.
I like that. Maybe we could team up someday, your words and my photos. It'd be something totally unique,
Ooh, I love that idea. It could be like a travel blog, but more creative, mixing visuals with stories.
right? We could tell stories from different perspectives and make something really special.
So, what would our first adventure be?
Hmm, let's start somewhere close but interesting. How about a road trip along the coast? We could hit some scenic spots, and I could finally get that perfect sunset photo.
And I'd write about the people we meet along the way. It sounds like the perfect creative escape.
Let's make it happen then. Life's too short to just imagine things and not do them.
Agreed. So, should we start planning?
Absolutely. All right, so for this road trip, I think we should map out a route. We could start at the beach, catch the sunrise, and then head along the coast.
That sounds amazing. Just imagine early morning light, waves crashing, and we'd have the whole place to ourselves. We'd capture some great moments there.
Definitely. And then we could make stops at quirky little towns along the way. I've seen some incredible places with unique shops and local art.
Oh, I love that. Those little shops always have the best stories. You never know who you might meet or what you might discover.
Exactly. And I could take portraits of the shop owners, and you could write short pieces about them. It'd be like bringing their stories to life in two different ways.
I can already envision it. Each town could be a chapter of our journey, and we'd blend your visuals with my words. This is going to be epic.
Yes. And we can add our own reflections too, like how traveling changes us. It's always fascinating to see how new experiences shape our thoughts.
That's true. I think I often find new inspiration when I'm away from my routine. Traveling has a way of opening your mind to fresh ideas.
For sure. And I think it's also about breaking the monotony. Sometimes the best ideas come when we're outside of our comfort zones.
Exactly. It's like being in a new environment sparks creativity. You start noticing the small details, like the colors of the flowers or the way the light hits the buildings.
And we can also try new foods. I've read that food can tell a story too. Each dish has its roots and history, and I love how it connects to culture.
Oh, I'm already daydreaming about trying local delicacies. I could write about our culinary adventures as part of our trip. Brian and Maya's Taste of the Coast.
Haha, that's perfect, and we can document everything. I mean, we could set up an Instagram or a travel blog for our journey,
Yes, it could be our creative outlet. We'd be sharing our discoveries with others and maybe inspiring them to embark on their own adventures.
and we'd have to make a commitment to post regularly photos, stories, and maybe even some behind the scenes moments.
Oh, that would be fun. People love seeing the process behind the final product. It gives them a glimpse into our journey.
Exactly. Plus, it'll motivate us to keep exploring. We'll have to find new places and experiences to share.
It sounds like a win-win. So, when do you want to kick off this adventure? The sooner the better, I say.
How about in a month? We can take this time to plan everything out, gather supplies, and make a checklist of must-see spots.
That gives us enough time to research the towns and maybe even reach out to some locals beforehand. I'd love to do some interviews and get a deeper understanding of their lives.
Great idea. We could ask them about hidden gems in their towns, places that aren't in the usual travel guides.
Exactly. Those insights can make our trip even more authentic. Plus, it'll add depth to your photography and my writing.
And think about it. When we come back, we'll have so much material to work with. It could even become a book or a documentary,
Wow, that's a big dream, but why not? If we put our hearts into it, who knows what could come of it?
right? It's all about dreaming big and taking those first steps. We'll figure it out as we go along.
I'm excited. This is going to be such an incredible experience, and I can't wait to dive into it.
Me too. And hey, it'll be a chance for us to grow as artists as well, learning from each other while discovering new places.
Definitely. We'll help each other improve and refine our crafts. I'm really looking forward to this collaboration.
So, let's meet up this weekend to start planning. We can bring our laptops, brainstorm ideas, and start mapping our route.
Sounds perfect. I'll bring some snacks, fuel for the planning session.
You know me too well. Snacks are essential for any creative process.
Haha, I can't wait. It's going to be fun to share ideas and actually bring this dream to life.
Absolutely. And who knows, this might be just the beginning of many adventures we'll have together.
I truly believe that. This trip could open up so many doors for both of us artistically and personally.
Here's to new adventures, new stories, and new friendships. Let's make the most of it.
Yes, adventure awaits, Ryan. Let's go make some memories. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and stay tuned for the upcoming episodes to keep improving your English. And remember, listening, practice, and improve.